Today we're going to be talking about how to drill perfectly round, smooth holes in particularly hard products such as porcelain tile, granite as used in countertops, marble, and all other types of material such as this. And the product that we use for this are the EAB exchange blade diamond hole saws. We have 10 hole saw sizes in the assortment, ranging from 1/4 inch up to 2.5 inches, which will cover all of your needs for drilling holes, for plumbing, for electrical, whatever your needs may be. One of the things about a diamond hole saw is the fact that they're simply a steel cup which has been impregnated with actual diamond dust or very tiny diamond chips. And this enables this particular diamond hole saw to cut holes through things such as the ceramic tile that we're looking at here. The exchange blade diamond hole saws also come with a template, and this plastic template enables you to tape it down, hold it in place so that you can start a nice clean hole with no skidding across this hard surface. To hold this down and to work with our diamond hole saws, we need a few tools. In this case, we're using an electric drill, some duct tape to hold down our template, and of course, a water bottle. When we're using diamond hole saws, we require water to do two things. It will keep the rim of the hole saw cool, and it will also remove the dust as we're drilling the hole so that we're not drilling on top of our dust. One other thing, with a diamond hole saw, we have our little brochure inside, and the little brochure tells you how to use it. Make sure that you use lots and lots of water. And it also gives you your recommended cutting speeds. In this case, we have a 1-inch diamond hole saw, which is a recommended cutting speed of 375 RPM. Now, people always say, how do I know what 375 RPM looks like? Well, for instance, this drill has a maximum RPM of 3,000 RPM. So for 375, what I'm asking you to do is to cut very, very slow. In other words, at about 15% of the maximum speed of this drill. And to make sure that you apply lots and lots of water to keep it cool and to wash away any of the debris. And as with all exchange blade products, remember, after you've purchased and used your exchange blade product, and when it is worn and needs to be replaced, you can return it to the store and exchange your used product for a credit towards the purchase of your next diamond hole saw. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to demonstrate how to cut a nice, clean, neat hole in the ceramic tile. This tile here happens to be a very hard porcelain tile, which is next to impossible to cut holes into. As you can see, we have a handy template which I've duct taped down onto the tile to act as a guide, so we can start that hole and not worry about skidding off across the tile. I'll also show you after how to make a hole without using a template. We have our water, and the only reason we have the water is twofold. One is to keep the tip cool, and the second reason is to help move some of the powdered material away from the hole so that we're not continuing to cut the ceramic material. So I'm going to just put a little bit of water, doesn't take a lot, into the hole. Then I'm going to set my drill in the hole, start it nice and slow. Now you'll notice I use a slight rocking motion. What that rocking motion does is it allows the water to penetrate into the groove as we're cutting, and it also allows the hole saw itself to remove some of that powdered material that's in there. Now as you can see, we've already started. There's a groove starting here. We've started to cut into the surface of the tile. There. So don't worry about if there's a slight chip there, because most of your flanges will cover this. If you're doing this on a wall, so if I were to have this on a wall, I can still tape my template in place, and it helps if you've got someone else that can be there with a little squirt bottle to squirt some water on it. As you noticed, it didn't take a lot of water. One of the ways that you can tell, see this here? There are no burn marks. There's no bluing on that hole saw. When that hole saw has been overheated, what happens to it is that you end up with blue marks inside, black marks on the ring, shows that this has been overheated. Now, if you don't have the template, another way to start this is to use it, start at an angle. So we will start on a slight angle like this. So now you can see we've actually started our hole. Move away that water there. So we have a nice groove cut in here, and it will just proceed all the way through the tile just as we did with the last one. It doesn't take a lot of pressure. You just want to have enough pressure to feel it cutting into the tile. If it's freewheeling like this, you know you're not cutting anything. But you don't need to press so hard that you're going to break the tile. And there we have another hole. So we've done a hole with using the template and without using our template. Nice clean holes. You can take whatever fixture you have to put in there, or whatever pipe, just slip them through, and you're done.